Hi everybody, Vince August here. It is Monday, July 13th, and I want to cover a bunch of news that maybe you missed over the weekend. Will Smith and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, sat down and had a heart-to-heart about their marriage, and I want to give this story the attention it deserves. Okay, next in the news, LeBron James has come out and said, hey, listen, you know what my stance is on Black Lives Matter and all topics having to do with social justice. I don't need to put it on my uniform. I don't need hashtags. I don't need any of this stuff. You know what's going on my uniform? My name and my number. Imagine that. People actually knowing what other people think just by their statements and not having to create a marketing campaign and hashtagging and doing all of this stuff. And you know, I know LeBron James, is the only one who has access to Twitter and Instagram and all of these things where he's the only person who puts out there. It's not like everybody has a platform to put out their opinion and everything they believe all day long. It's just LeBron James that does that. LeBron James, please, whatever you do, please don't ever shut up and just dribble, because this is the type of sense that we need out in our public. So people know, hey, listen, you know what I think. You don't have to see it on my jersey. Thank you, LeBron James. Now, going the other direction, this one, oh boy, what a great statement she made this weekend. The murders going on in Chicago, New York, and Atlanta in record numbers is basically because people just can't pay rent. People want to buy food and they can't, and that's what's causing them to do all of these shootings. Okay, that's right. So then when people are driving towards where the Wendy's protest is and just try to do a U-turn and get away, the reason that 8-year-old girl was shot, according to this one, is because, people just can't pay their rent. That's all they want to do. All right, so when this guy is walking down the street with his child and a car pulls up and shoots him, it's because she says people can't just pay their rent. All right, so let me get this straight. When AR-15 guy shoots people, get rid of guns, ban guns. However, when it happens in cities like New York City, Chicago, and Atlanta, it's because people just want to pay their rent. Anyway, moving on. Another headline, The Washington Post. A lower COVID-19 death rate is, ready for this, nothing to celebrate. That's right. As the death rate goes down, what the Washington Post is saying, that is nothing. There's nothing worth celebrating in a lower death rate. Really? Well, since that's not worth celebrating, I know people love panic porn, so I'm going to dismiss some of your panic porn. Okay. After a week of 70,000 new positive tests in Florida, hospitals, 70,000 new positive beds, hospitals have 130 more patients in ICU beds statewide. 130 more patients in ICU statewide. 45 deaths reported yesterday in Florida total. New Jersey is still reporting those numbers with far fewer cases and far more extreme lockdowns. Okay, so again, according to the Washington, that's nothing to celebrate. The fact that the disease has less potency, nothing to celebrate there. And for those of you thinking, Vin, where are you getting my numbers? Hey, there it is, baby. There's the website. Here are the numbers. There are the statistics. There's the dates. There's the numbers, okay? I don't BS when I put these videos up. You can fact check the crap out of me, and if you think I'm wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong. Show me the numbers. Because like Governor Cuomo loves to say, these are the facts. These are the facts. We're dealing with the facts. Let's deal with the facts. These are facts. So stop doing your panic porn, everybody. Also, another thing we saw over the weekend. Goya Foods. That's right. Goya Foods, center of controversy. White people started making Spanish food all weekend, and then liberals started finding other ways to make Spanish food all weekend because the guy from Goya who donated 2 million cans of food to a food bank basically is a bad guy because he likes Donald Trump. Listen to me. You are allowed to protest. You are allowed to boycott whoever you want. And the right and left, you guys do it equally. You really do. Okay, who's boycotting Starbucks because they give to Black Lives Matter? Who's boycotting Goya because... Here's what I want to say about boycotts, and here's what I want to say about things. And I want to try to really appeal to you people, and I'm going to be serious for a minute, okay? You've got 2 doctors, and your loved one, whoever it might be, the person you love most in your life, okay, needs surgery. And the person that can perform that surgery, that's the best, okay? High moral standing, okay? Good spouse, faithful parent, religious person, not religious person, falls into line with everything you need. 100% chance your loved one is going to come out of that surgery alive and okay. There's one thing. They vote for the president you are not voting for. They are going to vote for the candidate you don't want to win. Candidate number 2, a doctor who, questionable malpractice record. Your loved one goes into that surgery, there's a chance they may not come out alive. There's a chance something could get screwed up there. All other things being equal, okay, terrible doctor, voting for the same candidate you're going to vote for president. How far are you willing to take your loyalty to your party? And I'm going to do this. How about your next door neighbor? You get along with them, great people, okay? Really good people. Come October, they put a sign in their front yard. They're voting for the other candidate, okay? Is that enough for you to create a Hatfield and McCoy situation against the other person? Where all of a sudden you cut off your neighbor? Because here's the thing. If there's an emergency and say your pet runs away or you need help or your car breaks down, who is more likely to help you out in your moment of need? Your next door neighbor or whoever your candidate is that's running for president right then and there? Listen, people, we're allowed to disagree with each other on who we're voting for president and still not have it be a situation where we have to try to rid each other of each other's existence, put each other out of business. That's not what this is about. It's really not. And you know what? Social media has made it where we all know what each other is thinking all the time. Okay? Familiarity has breeded contempt. And the media loves this stuff. They really do. Okay? But I honestly believe as human beings, we are better than this. We are better than one decision. Because you're not looking at one another. Now listen, I'm not saying there aren't far right lunatics and far left lunatics. There are. But you can't judge the average person. I'm not talking about the lunatics on the fringes. I'm talking about real life average people. Can we judge each other based on something other than one vote every 4 years? Can we be a little bit better than that? Because, I mean, this is ridiculous what we're going over every day. I'm making a really legitimate, sincere plea here to people. Please, stop judging everybody on just one vote every 4 years and look at people for their character and the type of people they are and what they do, how they give to society. Now listen, if people are just crap people, yes, fine, whatever, good. I don't like them either, okay? But for the most part, really, one vote